Namaste, everyone, and welcome to Anchor to Light for Wednesday. And today, let's talk about giving and receiving. Before we start, let's ask for divine blessing, shall we? To the Divine Supreme One, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahaguji Meli, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light, and soothing, healing energy. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, let me just make sure everything's working. 1 second. If we're broadcasting in several platforms at the same time. All right, so giving and receiving, and that's one of the things that we always hear people on the spiritual path. You know, it is better to give than to receive. And you always hear people saying, well, you know, I'm not a taker, I'm a giver. You hear those before. Let's just kind of put things in proper perspective. And that's why I love this, this quote by Lao Tzu. Okay, he says, whoever takes feels the palms, whoever gives feels the heart. Okay? And it doesn't mean that one is good or bad. You just have to understand that when you take, okay, you take. Nothing wrong with that. It's like inhaling. You take, you absorb. When you give, you get more from it. Because when you give, two things are happening. One, when you give, the act of giving, as you know, generates good karma, activates your heart, and somebody benefits. The good karma comes back from the fact that there's this law in the universe. Again, it's not your opinion, not my opinion. It's called the law of karma. As you give, not only do they receive, there's a boomerang effect. So both are important. However, when you give, it's an extra benefit that you get to take with you when you leave your body. That's the bottom line. So when you take, that's why he said, when you take, you feel your palms. Your palm is connected to your physical body. When you give, you feel hearts. You feel your heart, activating your heart. You help someone, you generate good karma, it helps other people. Okay, let me just make sure. I think there was an issue here in another platform. Let's just make sure it works. Sorry. I'd rather take care of it now rather than afterwards people say, hey, you didn't fix it. All right. I think it's working. All right, here we go. So just keep that in mind. The example I always give is something like this. Let's say you take $5, £5, €5, whatever your denomination is, when you give it to someone who's hungry. Okay, let's just oversimplify. You give some money to somebody who's hungry. That $5 is able to feed them for, let's say, one meal. After that money is used to buy the food or whatever, that money is consumed. Done. So they benefit. In your case, you help them. The act of giving activates your heart. And the blessings that come with it, let's just say the good karma. If I talk to general public, I say the blessings. I don't say the good karma because, they cannot compute. So I just say, the blessings that come being kind and being generous manifest as you're happier and maybe you're more prosperous. And when you're low in funds, somebody will be there to help you. Or when your body's hungry, somebody will feed you. This is the law of karma. Now, that good karma that comes back to you, the soul gets to absorb. And it belongs to the soul. Remember, karma goes with the soul, not with the body. So all your good deeds, the soul gets to absorb. All the bad deeds, the soul also temporarily holds on to until it is worked out. It's just like debit and credit, or your soul's balance sheet. The soul has a positive karma, negative karma, and we're constantly moving this with every thought, every feeling, every action that we do. So the whole idea is every lifetime, all the lessons we learned after the body dies, the soul gets to absorb and evolve. And hopefully the lessons we have learned in the past stays with us and we are reminded of it, that we don't screw it up all over again. For example, as we learn to be giving and sharing, and not stealing or taking things that are not belonging to us, as we do that more often in every part of our life, we give, right? Generate good karma, we don't take, so that part goes up. The negative karma, the stupid things we did by taking things that are not ours, also decreases. When this is zero and this is full, that lesson is learned by the soul. Make sense? As simple as that. So there are many virtues, as we covered before. The way it is taught in Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga by my teacher, Grandmaster Swakok Sui, is you have the 5 main virtues. Loving kindness and non-injury, generosity and non-stealing, honesty and non-lying, constancy of aim and effort and non-laziness, moderation and non-excessiveness. Now, each of these are lessons the soul has to work on. So it's always yang and yin, positive and negative. Now, when you say negative, it doesn't always mean bad. And that's the part I want to just clarify here because, oftentimes I see people in the spiritual path, I don't like negative stuff. Everything has to be understood in context. Otherwise, people just get emotional about it. I don't like being negative. Hello, if you got a COVID test, you want a positive one? Oh, I never thought of that. Exactly the point. Everything has to be in context. That's why it drives me nuts when people get so emotional about everything. I feel this, I feel that. Go, hello, use your head. Everything has to be in context. Just like, when you hear people quoting spiritual books, they quote the Bible, they quote the Quran, they quote the Bhagavad Gita, they quote this, they quote that. Are you quoting it in context? Without context, anybody could say anything, right? Like if somebody goes through a biopsy for cancer. Do you want it positive? Only if you want to die. Make sense? God gave you a brain. God gave you a brain. God gave you emotions. God gave you a physical body. Everything has to work in an integrated manner. So when you say positive and negative, you have to understand it in context. So when you say positive, loving kindness, the negative, the injury, the part that would cause you to generate negative karma, you increase the positive karma, you neutralize the negative karma. That's it. So in that context, negative is something you want to abstain from. Make sense? So the virtues are done yang and yin. Do and don't. Do and don't. Do and don't. Do and don't. Be loving and kind. Don't be injurious. Be generous. Don't steal. Be honest. Don't lie or deceive. What's the other one? Work your ass off. Don't be lazy. Okay, I'm kidding. Practice moderation. Don't be excessive. So it's always yang and yin, positive and negative. It's just to give the soul a certain template to work with. And the question is, why template? Because having a template, we can work on it systematically. Right? Systematically. And one of the things that I realized after going through all this, this is 3 years now since the pandemic started, doing this Anchor the Light, I keep thinking, what's a new lesson I can share with people? What's a new lesson that I have learned? What's a new insight that my teacher has given me? And I thought about it. Wait, have they mastered everything yet? No, I haven't. So it helps to remind us, even lessons we've talked about, a few years ago, bring it back. By the way, how are we doing on this? Right? And that's one thing I love about having these retreats that we have at Arhatic Yoga is we're basically going back and saying, okay, let's go back to the basics. What are the 5 pillars? What are the 5 virtues? How are we doing with those? When it comes to giving and receiving, I did notice that I've been focusing more on what's in it for me. Because this society, I know you're going to hear me rant again on this. The social media, everything is about me. Am I being honored? Am I being supported? Everything's I. Question, how often do you see it that people focus on, hey, who can I serve? Who can I help? What? 10% of the time, if you're lucky? Everything's like, yeah, I'm this. I love myself. Okay, we got it. You said that a gajillion times. We heard you. You love yourself. Get over it. When was the last time you loved someone else? Remember, taking satisfies you. It's good. It fills your palm. Giving fills their heart, your heart. It's a better deal. And the beautiful thing about this is, when you give, you're also giving to yourself because there's oneness. Now, the weirdest part, I don't know how, hey, I didn't invent the rules here. If a person just take, and don't give, somehow, even though there's the law of karma, there's a lag time of as you take before you give. But when you give, for whatever reason, it comes back to you. Hey, I didn't make the rules. It's just I've been observing and go, this is strange, huh? If there's this law of karma as you're giving and receiving. So as you give and share with other people, you benefit. You're happier. Your heart is open. There's a certain lag time, of course, as the blessings come back to you. But you have immediate effect. But when a person is selfish, everything's me, myself, and I. There's a certain lag time where they get so into themselves. Everything's about me. Are people nice to me? Are people giving? Everything's me, I. It still takes time for them to get so full of themselves. They go, I think I had enough of myself. Let me start giving and sharing. Just a weird way the universe works. So if you have a solution for it, hey, I'm all ears. But I did notice that. Now, one thing I just want to share with you very quickly that my teacher said many years ago. He said, the higher beings are super smart. You might think that you enter the spiritual path for selfish reasons. I go, what? How could that be possible? Yeah, I just want to have more inner peace. I want to have, more healing energy, more power, etc., etc. Everything's about me, myself, and I. You might think that's how you started. But as you get into the spiritual path, you start noticing the more you experience inner peace and stillness, the more you notice that it's harder to see someone suffer without lifting a finger. And you start kind of helping someone in need. That's called kindness. And those rare instances, the heart chakra is actually expanding. Even though not a whole lot, because I'm helping you because I get something out of it. I'm giving money to charity because I want to generate good karma so I'll be more prosperous. I want to give recognition to other people so that, we have good PR, we have good public relations, so they also give me something back in return. And I remember Master Che used to say, don't judge those people because the higher beings have a bigger plan. They're smarter than we are. Because they might think everything's all about getting something back by giving, but in reality, in that process, listen carefully. In that process, the heart chakra is inching open, inching open, inching open, inching open. Because the giving is activating their heart and their heart. And as that happens, their crown center is also inching more and more open. You understand? So the crown chakra and the heart chakra are intricately connected. This is loving people you care about. This is loving people you'll probably never meet. So this is personal love. This is universal love or impersonal love. This is loving people that are close to you, your relatives, your friends, people you have close connection with. This is loving people across the world who are starving from a famine or being affected by calamity. You just kind of go, I need to do something. Or I love Mother Earth. I have to do something about the planet. That's the crown. That's not your heart. You might think it's your heart. People say, oh, he has a good heart. He is doing this or that. She's giving money to charity, helping those who speak. She has a good. No, you're talking about the wrong heart. That's your spiritual heart. So when you give, even if you give for selfish reasons, listen carefully before you judge. Even if you're giving for selfish reasons, keep giving. Because a heart inches open, which will trigger the crown, at some point you're giving not because you want something back, because it's just me. It's just me. I just think it's the right thing to do. because the condition of your chakras affect your behavior. Your behavior affect your chakras. So although your behavior is like, I'm giving because I want something back, your heart chakra is expanding, your crown chakra is expanding. And as this happens on and on and on, it starts to shift your perception. So it starts to shift your behavior, and you start going, something happens, you go, well, I'm giving because those people need help. Before it's like, I'm giving because I want something out of it. You understand? So even though they're giving for the sake of receiving, the act of giving has a triggering mechanism in the background. At some point, they don't even think about themselves anymore. You know why? As the crown chakra gets more activated, and this is the most important part, tattoo this to your brain. As the crown gets more activated, at some point, the crown chakra, since it's the chakra of oneness, you start sensing, when I give to other people, I'm giving to myself. So why am I wasting my time talking about this? See the difference? So, just be smart. Just be smart. Now, let's look at the other end of the spectrum. Because some of you also have exceptionally sensitive conscience. You feel guilty about everything. I just want to give. I don't want to take anything. That's dumb too. Can you keep exhaling without inhaling? No. So that's what happens to a lot of people on the spiritual path. They give, they don't expect anything back. It's just like saying, I'm planting a cause, there will be no effect. We've shared this with you many, many times. As you give and share, by the law of karma, something comes back. When you say you don't want it back, it changes the form that it comes back to you. Listen carefully. When you give, and you say, I don't want it back, I'm doing it just because I'm a kind person, it comes back by changing, the form changes into what? You become more loving. It awakens more of your spiritual, what do you call it? It accelerates your spiritual development. So it comes back as spiritual development. Just like we teach in the Kriya Shakti class, where my teacher explained this. When you give, you don't broadcast it to the world. Because when you give and you say, I want to make sure when I give, everybody knows it on Facebook, Instagram, everything, that I give this much, and I'm such a loving and generous person. I want everybody to know I'm a super generous person when I give this and that. Guess what? Karmically, it comes back as fame. Not money. That's why there are a lot of people there. They're famous, but they're broke. Make sense? It changes the form. These are the inner secrets. So, same thing. If you give and you don't want anything back, it comes back as spiritual development, not as something that good karma to fill up your pocket. So if you're financially doing well, no problem. But if you're dead broke, well, you might want to change your strategy. The problem with people is they get stuck with concepts. It is better to give than to receive. Don't ever ask anything in return, blah, 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 and all that stuff. Instead of saying, wait, let's try to understand this from the laws that are already existing. And the principle of oneness. So, to just kind of put it all together for you, it's very, very simple. You're going to hear this again. You're probably so tired of hearing it. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thought, you're the soul. So you, the soul, are a spiritual being made of pure energy and light. And you're using the physical body, your emotions and your thoughts, to move through this journey of each earthly life to learn lessons. Right? Now, as you start doing your meditation and spiritual practice, you start realizing, since you're not the body, not the emotion, thoughts, you're the soul, you're a spiritual being of light. You're not the only one in the entire universe. So is every person in the world. So if you're a being of light, so are they. So in the simplest analogy, if you put 10 people in a room and you strip off their physical form, their emotions and thoughts, what you left are 10 beings of light. Radiating in what direction? Every direction. That means that room is essentially a pool of light. Now, are these lights intermingling? Yes, they interconnect. A pool. So at that point, you start to experience, hey, I'm connected to everyone. That's what you call oneness. So by understanding that you're not the body, emotions, and thoughts, you're the soul, you start to have a deeper understanding or knowingness of oneness. And once you understand oneness, you get to realize, if I slap you, I'm slapping myself. If we're in a pool of water, you pour something dirty in one side, it affects the whole pool. You know, as kids say, you pee one side of the pool, the whole pool is full of pee. So because of that, there's this thing called law of karma. Without oneness, there's no karma. You realize that? Now, as you go to your spiritual practice and development, what are you doing? You're realizing you're a spiritual being. And because you realize you're a spiritual being, you start to realize we're all interconnected. And at some point, whether you're conscious of it or not, you start to realize whatever you do to others, you're affecting yourself. That's why, by giving to others, you're giving to yourself. Period. That's it. And by not receiving, it prevents you from giving. Ta-da! Anyway, this is a loaded session. You're welcome to think about it, study it, meditate on it. All a teacher does is plant seeds for you. You have to study, and by studying, you're watering it. From there, you grow. Now, if you think it's a bunch of nonsense, well, that's fine too. It's a free universe. You can do whatever the heck you like. Clear? That's that. And by the way, this thing about the law of karma is not just in one tradition. It's not Indian. It's not Hindu. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It's in every spiritual tradition. The more he gives, the more he receives. Or Lao Tzu said, the more he gives, the more he has. If you think about it, does it make sense, right? If I have $10, I give you 2, I should have 8. Yes, on the material world, but karmically, it comes back 10, 20, whatever number of times. So I actually have more. It's just a matter of when it materializes. Make sense? So I hope this plants seeds for you to understand more about the science of giving and receiving. You cannot just give. You cannot just take. It's both. There has to be a cycle. Now, some people say, okay, I understand that. I understand the concept. That's great. And you know what comes after that, right? Are you practicing it? There are many smart people in the world. The question is, are they applying it? If they're not applying it, whatever. They make good lecturers and people who discuss stuff. The question is it changing their life? If you understand the concept, your life is still a mess, well, that's that. You don't need to know everything in the universe. You just need to know the ones that count and apply it. So, I hope this session helps. We ask you to study it, meditate on it, and practice. All right, let's do our meditation. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my beloved and respected teacher, Grandmaster Tokok Sui Mahaguji Mailing, we humbly ask for divine wisdom, guidance, help, and protection. Thank you for opening our hearts, our minds, our souls. Thank you for blessing us with a loving heart, an intelligent mind, and a powerful will, that we may understand the divine plan and that we may be of service to all. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, put your hand like this. I am that. I'm not the body, I'm not the emotion or the thoughts, I am the soul. I, the soul, am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, love, and power. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one with the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There's only oneness. Now just be still. Just allow your consciousness to just float above your head. Just be receptive. Allow the blessings to just continue to fill up your soul with light. You are a spiritual being of light. Now open your hands in blessing. We'll do the meditation twin hearts as taught to us by my teacher, Grandmaster Twakok Sui. Visualize the earth in front of you. Just say our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From your heart, imagine beautiful pink light flowing out through your hands and filling your home, your workplace, the city you live in, the state, the country, the entire world. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with peace and with love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. May all who are suffering be blessed with peace and love, especially with hope and with faith in a better tomorrow. So be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. And where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Allow your heart to be filled with so much love. Let it flow through your hands, filling up the entire world with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and joy. So be it. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Now just be still and let the blessings keep flowing through you. Blessings be to all. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. And stay there. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. Allow that golden light to just flow down from your crown, through your hands, and fill the entire earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and with kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. May all be blessed. Just be aware of your crown and your hands. Gently fill the earth with so much golden light. Keep going. May all be blessed. Now be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Imagine golden light even brighter than before flowing through you, flowing through all of us, and fill up the entire earth, both the material as well as the non-material earth. Just say our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From the center of the heart of God, through my spirit, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth, in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the inner worlds, the lower worlds, may all beings in every dimension, every direction, above and below, be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. If you know anyone that's going through difficult times, may they be blessed with emotional, mental, as well as financial healing. May all be blessed with understanding, harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. So be it. May all be blessed. So be it. Now think of the countries you know that needs blessing. There's so many of them in the world. We always get so many requests. Just name it. May all these countries be divinely blessed. May Ukraine be blessed. May Iran be blessed. Peru, Venezuela, many countries in Africa be blessed. Afghanistan be blessed. continents, North, Central, South America be blessed. Australia, the whole of Europe, the whole of Asia, Africa, the entire world, may all beings be divinely blessed. May the beings of the inner world be blessed with peace, with love, with spiritual development and evolution. So be it. May all beings be blessed. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Blessings be to all. Now put your hands down, keep your eyes closed, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. Just be aware of your crown. Imagine a golden light, a golden flame just floating a few inches above it. Just look at that light. You don't have to see the image clearly, just know it's there. Just be aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown, past the crown, and into that golden light. Stay there. Look at that light. Be still. You are that light. You're not the body. You are that light. You're not the emotions. You are that light. You're not any of your emotions or your thoughts. You are that light. Just keep looking at that light and silently affirm, I am that. I am that. I am that. That light am I. Be still. I am that. That I am. I am that light. That light am I. Remember your true nature. Just be still. And listen. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper and deeper into that brilliant light. Be still. You, the soul, are immersed in an ocean of brilliant light. Be still and let go. Now. You, the soul, are swimming in an ocean of divine love. Let it permeate your entire being. You are that ocean of light and love. Be still and just let things happen. Now. To intensify your experience. Let go. Allow your consciousness to just simply melt into that light. Gently. Slowly. Very gently and slowly. Allow your awareness to just dissolve into that light completely. Now. You, the soul, are here and everywhere at the same time. Let go. Now slowly and gently come back to your body. Just gently move your fingers, move your toes, slowly and gently. Slide back into your physical form now. Take your time. Just take your time, come back. Now raise your hands in blessing again. Picture the earth in front of you. With all the people you love, fill them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. Bless your job, your career with success, with progress and advancement. So be it. Now be aware of your feet and the base of your spine. Put your golden light down, down, deep into the earth. Repeat after me. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Okay, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, Holy Masters, Saints, Archangels, Holy Angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokhok Sui Mahaguju Mailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light, and soothing, healing energy. Thank you for the blessings in all areas. Again, to my teacher, Master Chokhok Sui Mahaguju Mailing, thank you in full faith, and so it is. Okay, slowly open your eyes. I hope you like the special sauce we added there. Yeah, sometimes you can feel when the group is cohesive, it's acting as one brilliant light. Sometimes you just need to add a little bit of a expand even more. Right, let me know how you feel. You're welcome to share if you experience anything. We added a special sauce. Yeah, it's always nice to hear people, oh yeah, I felt this, I felt that. Well, let me know. All right, so that's a few announcements. Again, I want to make sure that you know Next month is the most powerful full moon of the year. Okay, make sure you catch that. That's going to be May 5th, Friday. The session is going to be about 3 hours, including a short lecture on Four Noble Truths and Eightfold Path, which was basically the instruction of the Buddha at that time, that these lessons have to be repeated. Okay? And then we also have the 7-day purification, which is open for registration. That's going to be 7 straight days. You're going to get tired of me. Every single day, I'll be with you for 1.5 hours, almost 3 hours, if you're only part of it. The meditation, the healing, that's going to be part of it. We want to make sure that we clear out our system as much as possible so that when the full moon energy pours in, our channels can handle it. The channels are wide enough. The quality of our aura and our chakras, the energy is cleaner. That way we can absorb more of that divine energy so we can share it with the world. All right, I think that's it. We will see you in 7 hours and 13 minutes for the next Anchor to Light, part 2 for Monday. And remember what we had this morning? We talked about giving and receiving. As Lao Tzu said, whoever takes fills the palms, which is still important. However, whoever gives, they fill the heart. Not just your heart, but other people's heart, everyone's heart. Now, just to kind of add something here for you something to just meditate on, the way my teacher explained it is something like this. Listen carefully. Our heart chakra is connected to the crown. Okay? When the heart chakra is activated, the crown chakra is activated. And the way my teacher explained it, if you look at the heart chakra of the planet, Mother Earth, okay? For now, I'm oversimplifying here. The heart chakra of the planet, if you, expand it and contract it, you'll find something very interesting. As you expand it, the heart chakra of the planet actually consists of particles. Each particle is the crown chakra of every being in the entire earth. In plain English, our crown chakras consist of the heart chakra of the planet. So as all of us activate our heart centers, we activate our crown, we spiritually evolve, the heart chakra of the planet also expands. As we expand our heart chakra, we activate our crown chakras, more spiritual energy come down. Yes? Same thing happens. As above, so below. As above, so below. As below, so above. So as our crown chakras get activated, the heart chakra of the planet gets activated. As the heart chakra of the planet gets activated, so does the crown chakra of the planet. So more divine energy comes down to the world. So you and I better do our job. Namaste, everyone. I hope you learned the science of giving and receiving. And we will see you for Anchor Light later on today. Namaste.